Well, Michael, it must be really nice to have such a quick turnaround to show your side can bounce back from Tuesday night.
Don't know about that, it's miles away. Yeah, listen, after a defeat, the boys want to, they're desperate to get back on and try and, right the wrong, so to speak. But it's going to be a tough game. They've watched them this week. They're very good going forward. Chopper's brought in 15 new faces. So it's going to be a difficult game, but one that we're looking forward to.
You say they're good going forward. I know they've only scored one in the league so far, but that can't be looked at as if to say, well, they're poor in front of goal, because they clearly are quite dangerous going forward in the attacking sense.
Yeah, they've got pace, they've got presence. They played well in the night against Harrogate. So look, it's a tough place to go. I know. I played there for 3 years, so it's not the easiest of places to go, but we've got to go there. Everybody's got to go there this season, and it just happens that there's 2 long trips in a small space of time when our squad is depleted. So it is what it is. We just dust ourselves down and we get on with it, and we try and get the 3 points.
We talk about that quick turnaround. The fixture congestion is something like, I know we played Saturday, Tuesday for a lot of the time during the season, but I think since the start of the season to the end of September, there's only 2 full weeks. How does that impact you and your side?
Well, it does, because we've had to limit training because of the small numbers we've got. We've got 1 or 2 struggling for tomorrow that I'm hoping come through, but we'll find out more today. And obviously the 5 who were out as well, so it's hard, but I'm hoping that we get more luck on the injuries the second half of the season, because if we're in amongst the group, those 5 coming back will give us a very, very healthy squad.
You mentioned those 5. Obviously we know the 2 long-term, Connor and Josh, but Joe, Oisin, Lynn, Gordon, they seem to be shorter term, so to say. How are they getting on?
I will know more by the beginning of next week. They've seen specialists now. They've had orthotics remade or new ones. So we're hoping that makes a difference in how they can recover. Oisin's going to be longer because of the nature of the injury. But Liam and Joe, I'm hoping, it's positive news next week. But I won't know until we actually get them out on the grass.
Those were some of the new faces that came in the summer. One of them who seems to have really hit the ground running is Danny Johnson. I think he's 6 in 5 for him. You must be really pleased with how he started life here. Yeah,
but I've said it to Danny, I've said it to the players, I've said it to the press. I don't care who scores. It's a team game. It's a great start for Danny, and I'm really pleased for him. But I want I'd much rather 3 points every game. Like I said, it doesn't matter to me who scores, as long as we do it together as a team, and that's the important thing.
Away from the football side of things, it's the Chat for Change at Kaleidoscope, one of our partners. It's their Chat for Change day to day. Mental health is such a big thing in men around the world at the moment. We mentioned Kieran, who sadly lost his life early this week through suicide. How important is it, especially in this sort of environment, for the lads to talk if they are struggling, because they can come into your office, your door is always open as well?
Yeah, of course, they know that. I know if there are any fans who are struggling and they want to have a chat, it's part of my role as representing Walsall Football Club. I'll be there if they need to talk. There is a stigma, especially with men not being able to open up, but look, don't be afraid. It's braver that you share your concerns and your worries, because then you can start getting help and you can start improving, and you'll find that maybe life is worth living and definitely not worth taking yourself. So for me, it's a great thing that Kaleidoscope are doing, and I'm fully supportive of it.